if you can already envision it, then you've already won. You just have to let reality catch up. This is a law that I really learned in the past couple months while getting in shape, right? Because a couple months ago, I was overweight. I was overweight by like 20, 20 pounds, 20 pounds, 25 pounds. It was crazy. Um, but I really learned this law of just, you've heard it so many times, delayed gratification, trust the process. Everything good takes time, you know. You've heard of it all. You've heard of it all. But let me just show you a real world example and go deeper into it on why most people will hear that, but they'll still quit and they will get no results forever if they keep quitting. But 3 months ago, I was overweight by like 20 pounds. It was crazy. I thought I looked good. I was like, what the fuck? And then I look back at it now and like, man, what was I thinking? Why was I dirty bulking, man? Dirty bulking. I was just eating whatever I wanted, actually. Um, but I've always wanted the physique when I was younger. I've always wanted to look good. Always wanted to look the peak and have the peak genetics, have the peak potential of, and like take out the person that I've always wanted to look like. Having the abs, having the muscles, uh, looking good, looking tall, all this stuff. Um, but I've always wanted those aspects or those characteristics of just being a tall, jacked guy, right? And by no means I'm not there yet, right? But I'm more leaner than ever before. But when you're starting out, it feels like nothing's happening. When I first started doing a calorie deficit, when I first started doing the steps a day, the cardio, I felt like nothing was changing for the first month and a half. Nothing was changing at all. I was doing the things that it took and that people said it took, but nothing was changing. And I was like, well, what's the point of this now? You know, it looks like those people aren't even trying, and they have like the best genetics in the world. Those fitness influencers don't even seem like they're trying. They're eating whatever they want, and they just have the best abs. They have the best muscles. Well, guess what? You don't see the work that it took behind that. And I'm proof of the work that it took because I was overweight a couple months ago. For the first month and a half, I was doing the stuff it took. It just the results didn't hit me right away because the results are always delayed. The results are always delayed, whether they're good or bad. Always delayed. It just depends how long are they delayed for. If you're trying to get abs, if you're trying to get muscle, if you're trying to get that physique, those trunk legs, it takes more time because that's just what it takes. It's more worth it. It takes more time because it's more worth it. The prize is much bigger. But the thing is, if you do the things that it takes, but only for a shorter period of time, you're not gonna see results. You might be doing the right things. It's just you're not sticking to it long enough. And I was every time in the past, I wasn't sticking to it long enough. I've always searched up 5 minute 5 minute ab workouts at home. 10 minute get abs in 10 minutes. Do these 3 exercises and you'll have abs by summertime. I looked all the videos. I saw all the videos. Where did it lead me to? Nowhere. Square one. I was moving around the square. I wasn't even moving. I was doing all these ab workouts. I was doing all these exercises. I was doing all these different things that I thought it took. And it probably, I was probably doing the right things. I was probably doing some, good core workouts, good core exercises. It's just I would quit after 2 weeks because I was deceived by the time that it would take in order to get the things that I want. The thing is, with your physique, it takes a while. With finances, it takes an even longer time. With relationships, it depends. It just depends the price. The bigger the price, the bigger the weight, in my opinion, right? And that's not necessarily all true because let's say you work super hard and you get the prize much sooner, then that's all up to you. Depends how hard you want to work. But I quite wanted this pretty bad. I was posting this content online, and I was like, I look like shit right now. How am I gonna post this physique? Like I was kind of conscious about it, And I didn't start at the perfect moment. I wasn't when I first started posting fitness content. I was in okay shape, and then it kind of let go for like the past couple months, and then I was like, okay, this is getting bad. I need to get back on it. And if I'm gonna show people how to get the physique they want, I have to look up to par. I have to. I have to look up to par. I have to be disciplined myself. I have to hit my workouts every day, even when I don't feel like it. I have to hit my steps every day. I have to track my foods every single day. And then I can show people the proof of concept. I'm that walking proof of concept that in just a couple months you can absolutely just transform how the way you look, the way you get perceived, the way you get respected. You will transform it. It's not just about the body. It's about having the self-respect, having the respect around of other people, having, oh shit, you look good, bro. You look good. You look. It's not even, and it's not necessarily for the compliments either. But if you can envision yourself having that thing, your mind can't perceive things that aren't impossible. Okay, I really don't believe it can perceive things that are impossible. And so if you could just see it, if you could just vision it, of course realistically, if you can see it, and when I say realistically, I mean like people are gonna be like, oh, what if I can imagine myself flying in the air with nothing, then I can do it, right? No, be realistic in that case, okay? Don't be stupid. But when I say if you can envision it, I mean you can literally just need to close the gap. Close the gap and let reality catch up. If you've already envisioned it, you've already won. You just need to close the gap. For the longest time, I've always wanted to get the six pack. I've always wanted to get in shape. I've always wanted to look good. It's just that time delay between when I started to where I am now. That's the delay that most people aren't willing to go through. They want to see the instant results. But that's not the case necessarily every single time. And that's where most people will quit. They will quit when they don't see results after like a month and a half. When you could be doing the right things, just takes a longer time. So now it's not necessarily that you're incapable of doing of getting the result. It's not necessarily that. It's just you're not sticking through it long enough. You've got to stick through it long enough. And just know that the longer it is, most likely the outcome is going to be much greater. If you just work hard as you can every single day, that time can be decreased. If you just half-ass it every single day, you're just gonna delay the time it takes to get the result. For me, I took 3 months of just constant hard work to get to where I am right now. 3 months of constant hard work. Well, 2.5 months I would say, because for the past half month, I've been really lacking on it. Not as much as I was before, so that's why I say 2.5 months now. For the past 2.5 months, after I started that journey, I was on it. Because I knew I wanted to look good by summer. I wanted to look like a Greek god by summer. And now I need to fix my habits now, because now I'm getting back to the old eating habits. I gotta be careful now, because I was having, after strict dieting for quite a while, I ate I ate out at a restaurant and I was like, oh, this is really good. It was junk food, obviously, and now I need to make sure I get back on track. But anyways, everything that you do now will consequently give you the outcome in the future. Whether that's if you're walking 10K steps a day and you're tracking your foods, you're hitting your workouts, you're not going to see results tomorrow, you're not going to see results next week, you're probably going to see results in 2 months. Everything good that takes time. Everything good takes time. It takes patience. You have to trust it. And that's what I'm going to apply to every single thing in my life now. The work you're doing right now will align to the outcome that you want in the future. You just have to trust it. It will align eventually. Why wait for to become the person when you can become the person today? And then decrease the time it takes in order to get the life you want. That's what it takes. People want to say, oh, in the future, I want to be all jacked. I want to have all the finances. I want to have everything in place. Why not do that now? Why not prepare for that now and become the person now instead of just waiting for it? It doesn't make sense. You have to become the person now because when will it just, it's not just going to happen in midair. It's not just going to happen, oh, whenever you feel like it. The future starts now. It really does. The future starts right now. And people think, oh, this future thing is like this magical place where they're just gonna pop into it and life will all be good. Well, no, that's not necessarily. You have to prepare for it. If your future self wakes up at 5 a.m. every single day, he goes to the gym every single day and takes his recovery day seriously. He goes to his business meetings and all that stuff on time. He respects everyone. He has people who respect him, respectful friends. Why not do that now? You have to do it now. It's not just going to happen in the future. Same thing with getting your physique in place. Same thing with getting your finances in place. It doesn't happen just whenever you feel like it. It takes time. So, if there's an outcome you want, just know it starts today. And that goal that you've envisioned right now is literally just half the battle. And now you just have to close the gap in and close reality. And match reality with the life you want. The physique you want. The person you want to become. That's what it takes. And I've experienced it firsthand with getting in shape. After years of trying and after years of making mistakes, I finally just cracked the formula for me to stay lean. And now I can just do it on autopilot and focus on everything else in my life. That's the beauty of it. So I really hope this inspired it. Not many people will get to this part of the video, but if you did, you're a real one. I really appreciate you. But I just wanted to close it on that note that you just have to trust the process. You have to know that this is where most people will stop. It's the messy middle. You know, the solution where the what do you call it? The messy middle where it's like a marathon. People will watch the beginning, people will watch the end, but the middle is actually where the marathon is. The 23 miles in the middle, or 24 of 25 miles in the middle, is where the real marathon is at, and that's where the least people are watching. The least people are watching during that time. They're there for the beginning. Yeah, go pursue your dreams, go pursue your goals, go do that, go get that physique you want, go do that, yeah. But then once that motivation ends, now it's just you during those 23 miles. And then they'll start watching again when you get to the end, when you get to the finish line. Then they'll start watching again. So if you're alone right now, you're in the right spot. Don't worry. Trust the process. Keep working hard.